The one enemy every living creature is born to lose against. Time weakens muscles, wrinkles skin, slows organs, and eventually switches life off. But somewhere beneath the African soil, there is a creature that simply refused to follow the script. A creature that doesn't weaken, doesn't wrinkle, doesn't slow down, and barely dies. A mammal that doesn't age. Meet the naked mole rat. The only mammal known to science that behaves like aging is optional. No cancer, no Alzheimer's, no heart decline, no fertility drop, no physical collapse, even after 30 plus years. If humans live by the same rules, a 90-year-old would run, see, think, and move with the energy of a 20-year-old. This isn't fantasy. This is biology, rewritten. Tonight, we explore nature's silent miracle. Not the strongest predator, not the fastest hunter, but the closest thing Earth has to biological immortality. The naked mole rat looks like evolution took a break halfway through. A pink wrinkle with 2 teeth sticking out like it forgot to knock before entering existence. If beauty decided survival, this animal shouldn't be here. And yet, it thrives. Buried deep underground, far away from sunlight, in pitch-black tunnels of soil, lives a creature that biology cannot explain easily. The uglier it looks on the outside, the more unbelievable it is on the inside, because its body isn't built differently. Its body is built against the rules. In every mammal, the risk of death increases with age. 20, strong 40, slower 60, fragile 80, failing. This is the aging mortality curve, except naked mole rats don't follow it. Whether one is 1 year old, 10 years old, 20 years old, or over 30, its probability of death stays nearly the same. A 1-year-old and a 30-year-old naked mole rat are equally likely to stay alive. Nothing on Earth does that. Not humans, not whales, not elephants, not bats. Only this creature. Life handed it a countdown timer. The creature never pressed start. Cancer begins when cells start multiplying out of control. It happens in humans every day. Thousands of mutations and DNA errors. But naked mole rats solved the error years before humans evolved. Their bodies produce a special ultra-thick molecule, a super version of hyaluronan. And here's what makes it terrifyingly effective. The moment a cell behaves suspiciously, even slightly, that molecule forces the cell to self-destruct. Cancer doesn't get a first step. The threat never begins. Humans discovered this system recently. Naked mole rats have been doing it for millions of years. We're not ahead. We're trying to catch up. Imagine breaking a bone and not reacting. Imagine acid on skin and feeling nothing. Naked mole rats do not feel pain like other mammals. Their nervous system is rewired. Pain signals simply don't transmit. Evolution didn't create a superhero for fun. It created something that could survive brutal underground life, narrow tunnels, sharp surfaces, biting neighbors. Pain would distract, so nature removed it. Yet none of this is the scariest part. Humans, 3 to 4 minutes without oxygen. Brain damage starts. Naked mole rats, up to 18 minutes with no damage. How? Humans can burn glucose only with oxygen. Naked mole rats can switch fuel systems. When oxygen disappears, they burn fructose without oxygen, like plants do. A mammal running on a plant-like metabolic backup system. Something biology textbooks never predicted. Now things get stranger. Naked mole rats live like ants or bees. Not mammals. Their society has a queen, workers, soldiers. Only the queen reproduces. The rest dedicate their life to protecting her. This isn't how mammals behave. Mammals don't follow insect hierarchies, but naked mole rats do. There is no ego, no rebellion, no I want my own babies. The queen lives, so the species lives. Unity isn't a value, it's survival programming. Scientists expected a catch. If this animal doesn't age, it must die in some other brutal way. But the opposite is true. It dodges almost every natural cause of death. No cancer, no organ breakdown, no osteoporosis, no Alzheimer's-like decline, no loss of fertility, no metabolic slowdown, no brain deterioration in old age. A 27-year-old naked mole rat can dig tunnels, fight, bite, and reproduce with the same strength as a 3-year-old. There is no weakness curve. Time passes, but nothing fades. They don't get worse. They just keep going. Part 8. So, do they live forever? Naked mole rats do not die of aging, but they eventually die from predators, injuries, starvation, accidents, colony collapse. But aging isn't their killer. If protected from danger, theoretically, they might live far longer than any scientist has ever recorded. Their death isn't scheduled by nature. That alone makes them different from every mammal ever studied. Here's where science becomes something else. If humans managed to copy even a fraction of naked mole rat biology, we could slow aging, improve cell durability, reduce mutation risks, preserve brain function for decades longer, and something unbelievable has already happened. Human cells in a lab were given the same cancer resistance molecule. Those cells became cancer-proof. The study isn't science fiction. It happened. The path to longer, stronger life may have been buried underground all along. So what do we make of the naked mole rat? It's not beautiful, not fierce, not majestic, not powerful, but every rule life forced on us. It rejected. It aged without aging, lived without pain, survived without oxygen, built society without selfishness, ignored the death schedule written for mammals. It is not just an animal, it is a prototype of resilience, a glimpse of what life could be if evolution chose healing instead of decay. Maybe one day, humans will learn enough to rewrite the same rules. A life where time doesn't punish us, a life where age doesn't break us, a life where the end doesn't arrive too soon. Until that day, hidden deep beneath the African soil, in tunnels of silence and absolute darkness, lives a creature built differently, a mammal that never learned how to age. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.